Good afternoon, Facebook. I'm Erie Times News online reporter Sarah Grabsky. We are here at the Anna Shelter with Executive Director Ruth Thompson.
Hi.
We are here today answering your questions, showing you some of the adorable little babies we have here today.
There are a lot of them. Yeah, there are a lot.
So basically how this is going to work, Ruth will be here to answer questions. I'm going to get behind the camera here in a sec. So you guys ask your questions, ask basically whatever you need or what you want to see. And of course, I'll be communicating with Ruth as we are looking at some of these animals up for adoption.
Yeah.
Ruth, of course, feel free to chime in with anything you would like to add about the shelter. Or
welcome virtually to the shelter.
And virtually. Yes. So tell us where we are right now.
We are in the cat room. It's the quietest area pretty much in the shelter. So this area houses all the adoptable cats. They're either in what we call our cat condos, or they're in community rooms. And the girls that run the cat room know each and every one of these cats by name. They know what they like, and that's amazing when you consider there's 119 of them in our building.
Wow.
Yeah, so
awesome.
It's amazing when I ask a question and they can fire up an answer about that individual
and they know
cat.
every cat's story.
Absolutely, so proud of them for that. So this area is the cat room, and you have to remember as we take this virtual tour and when you come to the shelter, this used to be a car wash building.
Okay.
So when I started the shelter 15 years ago, it was literally an empty giant Morton building, which is, like a tin can.
Right.
So to me, I see how far we've come. But I have had people come in and kind of like, eye it around. Like it's definitely not aesthetically pleasing. But what we lack in aesthetics, we make up for in hearts. There's a lot of passion here, a lot of love for the animals. And you'll see nothing in this building doesn't value the animals. If it's not something that helps them, we don't do it.
Right.
So the staff may not be the most comfortable. We don't have a break room. Like you saw, we walked in, they're eating lunch, We don't have any of those type of areas, but those aren't conducive for the animals anyway. So.
Yes, absolutely.
So like I said, we love visitors too. Okay. So this virtual thing or people actually coming to the shelter, we encourage it.
I've had a lot of people, I had one email this morning of somebody who said, is there any sort of program I can get involved in that I can just come and walk the dogs?
Absolutely. Yeah. And we have people that come in and just brush cats. We have kids that come in and read books in the cat rooms. You'll see when we come in there, it's conducive for a child to come in and sit down, and the cats love it. And what's nice is we have so many animals. We have 47 dogs right now, 119 cats. We have a rabbit. We have some horses in rescue right now. Our staff is so busy doing the daily care, the medicating, that kind of stuff. They don't have the time as much as they would like to be able to cuddle and to play and to stimulate the animals that way. So we encourage it. We love visitors. We love people coming through, passing out treats, handling the animals. So absolutely. We are open
would somebody get involved?
It's very simple. If you want to actually become a volunteer and get on our volunteer roster, there's not a commitment. We don't make you commit to any certain times or anything like that. But to get on our volunteer roster, where you're kind of really learning the ins of the shelter and doing some more of the work here, we do have an orientation program. We do those once a month. But if you just want to come and visit, we're open to that.
Yes.
Every day, all day.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a look at some of those sweet pets.
So I'm going to call Becky. Becky! Can you get Becky for me? We're going to get Becky. She's our cat manager. She's one of the ones I was telling you about that knows everything about these cats.
Hi, Becky.
So she's going to show you Cole. Cole is the longest cat resident right now.
Aww.
So we have a really good turnaround on our adoptions. We are an 84% adoption rate, which is actually double the national average. So,
wow.
And there goes Cole.
Oh, God bless.
Cole has 3 legs, which does not stop him. And he already knows the drill. He knows the girls. He loves it here. He thinks this is home. And I've already agreed that if he needs to, obviously we don't have a space or time limit here at the Anna Shelter. We're truly a no-kill shelter. So he will stay here until he gets adopted. Certainly the girls adore him, so they don't mind if he stays, forever.
What a little sweetheart.
Certainly we would be happier if he was in a home.
Yes.
If he had his own family, he would definitely be, I think, happier. But he's pretty much as happy as a cat can be. He's extremely sweet and loving. And the 3 legs don't stop him at all, boy. When he gets going, I've seen him up on the ledges. I've seen this cat all over the place. So when he gets going, how did he lose his leg? Did he come in?
He actually was hit by a car, and he was also shot by a BB gun.
Aww.
So they had to amputate his leg, and then he has really bad nerve damage, so he doesn't have much control of his bladder. But we do have a specialized litter box, and he seems to be doing better with that. But
God bless his little heart.
Yeah, he's a love bug. So he's up for adoption as well as 118 other cats. Now, all the cats are not all up for adoption at the same time. So Becky has a protocol that she has to follow that's set up by one of our veterinarians. But again, like I said, she is going to be able to tell you who's available, who's not, when they are coming available, all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for a particular, whether it's a lap cat or a more aloof cat, she's going to be able to hook you up with that. So, thanks, Becky.
So tell us, like, how do you, I mean, especially you, I'm sure you have such a big heart for these animals.
Yeah.
Tell us how, you know, the ins and outs of, like, knowing all their stories. I mean,
It's hard. I think, you know, when I started the shelter, I definitely had the rose-colored glasses. I thought,
Yeah.
this is so cool.
Right.
I love all these animals. And, you know, now sometimes I go home and, you know, I do, it's not easy. The compassion fatigue is a real thing. And my staff, I'm always aware of, you know, what they see and what they experience, and they get attached. I mean, these are animals. They're not bicycles or jeans.
Yes.
I mean, they're animals. So they have personalities, and they rely on us as their caregiver. So we do get attached. All of us have multiple pets at home. You know, it's just one of those things. I do feel like they're safe here. They're off the street. They're getting attention. They're getting the medical care that they need. So that does make me feel better in the long run. But, you know, I know they don't want to be here. I know this is...
Yes, they
I
need
tell
families.
people, yeah, this is like a cross between a daycare and a jail. You know?
Right,
So
right.
It's nowhere that you want to spend all your time, you know? So... I kind of hope to, obviously with things like this, just bring awareness to shelter pets all over. And a shelter like us that truly is grassroots and depends on the public and the community. And thank God we have so much community support. I mean, literally could not do it without the community.
So you have 119 that are available for adoption, but not all at the same time.
Right,
So,
yes.
so could somebody call you, like you said, and say, like, hey, I want this
Exactly.
a
We
certain...
have people that call, I want a Siamese cat, I want a ragdoll, I want a calico. And what's not up here in the viewing area is back in the isolation area. And like I said, Becky and Rachel and Bella, they know those cats. Like, it's crazy. So I'm really proud of them when I'll say, like, do we have a calico? Oh, yeah, in room 7, blah, blah, you know, and they'll rattle it off. So, but we're always taking requests. And like I wrote on our website, only about 40% of the animals make it to the website. And you'll see that as you walk around
Oh,
here.
wow.
It's time consuming for us to do that. So sometimes... For example, we just had a Boston Terrier recently. We had a person waiting for a Boston Terrier. So that dog never made it to the website, never made it to Facebook. So if you're looking for something in particular, absolutely email us. Yeah, we have 2 easy emails to remember. Cats at the Anna Shelter, dogs at the Anna Shelter. Very simple if you're looking for either of those. Or if you're looking for the rodents, we do get guinea pigs and gerbils and hamsters. We have a rabbit right now. And then the horse rescue.
Yes.
Farm animals, horses, goats, donkeys, pigs. So whatever you're looking for.
Did you guys take some of those calves that were...
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
happened
We
with
got
those?
A call, actually, our cruelty officer just walked by. We got a call from the state police about the calves being on Interstate 90.
Yes.
Unfortunately, only 4 survived the fall. I think we're 21 altogether.
Okay.
That between it was Ripley, New York, and Asheville,
Yes.
Ohio. But only 4 of them survived, and we networked with a sanctuary, a farm sanctuary. So they all went to that farm sanctuary, yeah, which is
that's
about 5
awesome.
hours from here. So it's great. So yeah, they were literally spared from being someone's
Dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not a vegetarian, so I'm not against. I think I don't like the way they were traveling. I don't like I have horses, so I trailer livestock often, and you know there's protocol that you need to follow as far as keeping them safely in the trailer. And I get it, accidents happen, but over a 40-mile stretch to lose 21 calves.
Yeah, that is...
Literally, they were kind of just dropping out, a little strange. But anyway, that's the cruelty officer's job. Yeah, so.
Okay, so should we look at more cats or dogs, or
Well,
what would you
we
like
can
to look at?
We can go definitely look at the dogs.
Okay.
The only problem in the dog room is it's
gonna be
going to
noisy.
get noisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So when we get in there, I'm going to tell you about a few of the dogs, and then I'll be able to point them out to you.
Okay.
So we're going to go on isolation side first. And over at isolation, of the 51 dogs we took in from Utica, there are 5 here that are available for adoption, but all more special needs than the others that left here. Theo, who we're going to look at, lived outside his whole 2 years of his life and had never been touched by a human being until we got there. So he still prefers not to be touched. I sat yesterday making phone calls in his kennel with him. I mean, you can sit there with him, you can pet him, he just doesn't respond. He doesn't get it. So we're hoping, so for some very patient homes. And then a few of the older males that are here, same thing. None of those dogs really liked people. People weren't a good thing to them. So we have a few of those. Now, I've been getting updates from people that have adopted, and their dogs are doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great. Of the 19 that were having puppies, I think 3 did not have viable litters, which is very common when stress and the overbreeding and stuff. So they were getting spayed. But the great thing too is the foster families have fallen in love with them. So hoping some of those don't ever come back. So that would.
So
be,
tell us, for the people who aren't up to date, what the Utica situation was. It was hoarding.
You know, it's one of those things where we joke, you never know what your day's going to be like when you come in, and things are going really well. And then at 11 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from the state police just outside of Meadville that they had a situation where they estimated about 20 to 25 dogs were being used for breeding in very poor conditions. So they asked if we could come out right away. So we did, and fortunately, I said to the girls, let's just take 30 kennels to be safe. And in an area where such as almost exactly this size of a cage, rusty, disgusting, instead of one dog, there were 4 dogs. So when the trooper went through and counted, he would count this as 1. When we got there, it was 4.
No.
So yeah, so we ended up, it was funny, as we were taking them out, the one trooper said, well, how many are we at now? And I said, look, I stopped counting at 35. Like, I have no idea where we're at now. So we ended up with 51 altogether. We just posted an update on Birdie. She was actually kept in a small bird cage. Don't think she had been able to get up for at least a month. So she's been doing great with aquatherapy. She's actually having eye surgery in Buffalo next week. So she's doing really well. This is a playful kitty. So those dogs are, like I said, moving right along. They're coming well. We have Tony, who was last Friday found in an abandoned warehouse. Again, the police got a call about some drug activity. Got to this awful location. We sent Emily out, who's one of our team members. It was like 9:30 Friday night, and they spent about an hour coaxing this dog out. She's back there. We're going to meet Bay. He is right now my personal favorite in the shelter. And when I say that, that just means like if I was going to take another dog home, but I'm not because I have 6. He would be one of them. He was, I don't know, people that follow Facebook or Erie Animal Network, for 3 months he has been traveling the Bayfront Highway between the water sewer, and Don John. He's been going around the library. A lot of people had been feeding him, but nobody could catch him. So we got a call from the guys over at Don John that they had him in a small area that they didn't think he could get out of. So we went, and it took Angel and I, another team member, a good 45 minutes to finally be able to catch him. And what was crazy is that whole time he acted like he wanted to kill us.
Oh, no.
He wanted nothing to do with us. We got him in my car, and about half hour after being here at the shelter, one of the girls said, you know, Angel's looking for you. She's in the back kennels. And my first thought was, oh God, I hope she's not bloody.
Yeah,
I
right.
hope she didn't just get attacked.
Yes.
And he's a lover. He had just, once he realized he was safe, he is amazing. He's so cuddly and so sweet. So I'll introduce you to him back there.
How often do you see that with dogs? Like that they...
Often. I mean, fear is the number one reason they bite.
Right.
So once they feel comfortable, safe, that was the quickest turnaround. The half hour like that was like, all of a sudden this dog's like, okay, I love you guys, you know. So that's very, very often. Fear's the number one reason they bite. It's fight or flight for a dog. So they either want to get away and take off, which is what he wanted to do, but we had him contained, or you know, or they're going to do themselves, you know, to protect themselves. So that's what we're going to meet on that side. And then the other side, if we have time, we're going to talk about Diamond, who just celebrated her 1-year anniversary here at the shelter. Again, being no kill and open admission, it means we take whatever comes into our doors, and they stay here as long as they need to.
Mm-hmm.
So, she's a sweetheart. She doesn't act, her behavior behind the kennel is not as appealing to some people, but there's a home out there for her. Maybe you're watching right now.
All right. Sounds good.
It's going to get noisy.
Okay.
So we may not be able to talk as much.
Okay.
Yeah. And he had the same. So this first kennel is Theo. Now you may also, it's surgery day, so you may see a dog that is sedated, so don't be afraid.
Okay.
It's just having surgery, so we'll kind of pass.
Okay. All right.
So this is Theo. He's the one of the 51 who had never been inside the house and never been touched by people. So as you can see, he's going to want to get away from me. That's
Right.
his first thing. And since he can't, we've been working with him, so he's not going to bite us or hurt us.
Aww.
What I'd love to find is someone patient that can spend the time, you know, let him realize that he's a dog and he's safe and he's going to be okay, but no aggression. He's very sweet, just very
Yes. God bless his heart. Here, I'm gonna... Okay.
So this is another one of those 51 dogs.
Oh, so they were all different kinds of breeds, or?
Yeah, well, mostly spaniels, but this is obviously spaniel lab. He's an older dog. He's probably between 8 and 10 years old.
Aw.
So again, just needs a quiet home.
Yes.
Same thing. Part of that, you can see he's trembling. He's definitely afraid of us right now. But he's coming forward in his kennel, which is a great sign.
Yeah.
He used to stay in the back, didn't want anything to do with us, and now he's starting to come forward. He's trying to check me out. So he's coming. That's Bo. He's doing a lot better. Down here we have Harold, again, part of one.
Aww.
Okay.
What little
St.
babies
Bernard is
too.
just waking up from surgery. So
She's a little groggy.
but she just got spayed.
Aww. What a sweetheart.
My favorite dog is probably getting spayed as
Oh,
we speak.
So you guys do neutering and spaying
Oh
too?
yeah.
Okay.
Everybody is altered before they leave here. So,
Okay.
And we even do pediatric spay and neuter. So our veterinarians will spay and neuter them at least 3 pounds, and we'll spay and neuter them from there. So back through these 2 areas are the isolations for cats.
Okay.
And the surgery suite where Dr. Franklin is working today to spay and neuter everybody in house right now.
Aw, my little sweeties.
You're a big handsome dog. You're a big handsome dog.
What a little cutie.
Yeah, so, and then, Odie, I forgot about him. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. So, you know,
Aw.
just somebody to let him retire. You know, somebody that he's been used to breed his whole life.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Now he just needs somebody to let him chill out, but he's very sweet. He's a good boy. And these dogs have come so far in a month. It's crazy. Like, if you look back on our Facebook page, the conditions they came out of, and,
Oh, I'm sure.
they're doing fantastic.
What happens to like owners that?
These
cruelty.
people were actually charged with 51 counts of animal cruelty, and that's something that Officer Duckett maybe can give you
Yeah.
more information on. And then that actually holds jail time. So hopefully it sticks. It depends on
Yeah.
the judge. Being that it's not in our county, I'm not really sure what the judges are like. Thankfully, we have a lot of judges that are very, very good about working with us with animal cruelty.
Whoops! I just turned the camera around for me. People don't want to see me. Somebody just asked, "What's the cost for a senior dog?"
We ask for adoption donation.
Okay.
So we don't actually have a fee set, just a donation to help them get into. I don't believe in animals for free,
Right.
and that's one of the reasons we didn't participate in that Clear the Shelters. They have to have some kind of value. One, we have money into them, and as you can see by looking around, we don't have millions of dollars in the bank. So we do need to capture some of that to help the care that we've given these dogs. But at the same time, I wish it could be not about money, but the reality of it is just a donation to take any of these senior dogs home. And we love people that adopt our seniors. So if
Yeah.
you're considering that, please do. Right now we've got quite a few.
All right. Anyone else, or where should we?
We'll go to the
You
other
show me.
side. Yeah,
Okay.
come on this way.
All right.
So if Dr. Franklin wasn't here, I would take you through the surgery suite, but I doubt that they're going to want to.
Yeah, right. When there's a dog on the table, or
I don't think they're going to like it if we do that, so we won't do that.
I'm going to go off the sticks if that's all right, and put
leave
this.
it there.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. I'm gonna try and not wrap myself
So
around.
we're going to
Okay.
come back around this way.
All right.
This is Officer Duckett. He's
Hi.
the officer.
Hello.
So she's, this is the Times News. We're actually live on their Facebook right
Hello.
now.
Say
So if
hi.
you have any, he's out. So if you have any questions for him later,
Yes.
you can talk to Officer Duckett when we're done.
Yes.
We're going to go over to this side and check out while the other girls are hiding.
Oh, Ruth, is Milo still available? Do you know who
Milo got adopted, right? Milo did get adopted.
Aw. You've got a lot of people saying you guys do amazing work. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's awesome. Appreciate hearing that.
Yes.
So this side's going to get a little noisier. These are dogs that are available, so they are used to us now. So they are so excited that you guys get noisy. The ISO side, they're still kind of trying to figure out what they're doing here. Adoption side, everybody's like,
Everyone's pumped.
they're excited to be here.
Yes.
So I'm going to show you Diamond.
Okay.
She's the one that I was telling you about. Now she's going to act crazy. She acts crazy behind the cage when she's awesome. And her favorite thing in the world is to play. So I'm going to get a toy ready.
Oh my gosh, what a sweetheart.
What are you doing? This is Diamond, and she loves to play with her toys. She's a beautiful dog. So other than the fact that she's huge, she sounds
Look at her.
ferocious, but she is such a baby. I have two of my dogs at home are pit bulls, and
Aw.
you have to love the breed. Now, when she came in too, her owner was deceased, and this dog has lost 21 pounds.
No.
She was a moose.
Oh my gosh.
Which was unhealthy for her.
Yes, right.
She didn't like to play. Now that she lost some weight,
She's like
loves
super
it.
active
Yeah. And you know the cool thing too, this dog goes to nursing home visits with us. She loves the elderly. She is so patient. And
Look at her.
She's so good. I don't know why people don't want to talk to her. Yes, it's a girl. Yes, you're crazy. She's very strong.
So how long has she been here?
It will be
Okay.
a year on the 13th.
Oh, look at her.
Relax. Go get your toy for us.
So that's awesome. You guys play and exercise every day.
Every day. They're out for 2 hours a day, getting some kind of stimulation, whether it's going for a walk. I'll show you back at the play yard. We have a huge play yard.
Sure.
You can go back there. Oh, this is the one I was talking about. This is Bay.
Oh, Bay's the Bayfront dog, right?
This is the Bayfront dog.
God bless his heart.
Isn't he? He is amazing. And he's only about 8 months old.
Aw.
So he's a puppy, and oh my God, he's amazing. So he's the one that we thought was going to be semi-feral. And
Yes.
he is not. He is just a puppy, a lover.
Oh,
Look at you hamming it up for the camera.
I know. Look at him. Oh,
He's like, I want to see this thing.
come adopt me.
Here he is. So he's my favorite. Like I said, I didn't have so many dogs at home. I love him.
He looks like he's got some Doberman. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got something. But he's such a good dog. Okay.
God bless him.
Love this one. No.
Oh God.
She came in as a stray at Gerard State Police. They're ready to go back outside.
Yeah, right.
So the Gerard State Police were
Okay. What a sweet. Oh, this is so nice.
Yeah. What I loved about this building, and it's certainly not the Taj Mahal.
Right.
One of the things I was so excited when I found this building is because of the yard. So the dogs get out. We have play groups, so there can be 5 to 10 dogs in a play group. So cool to see them just run in the yard. You know,
Yes.
just having a good time being dogs. And then we have 11 individual yards for dogs that either don't get along with other dogs, or maybe just 2 can go out in the yard together. So again, you know, I've had people comment like, oh, you know, it's kind of dumpy. And it is. I mean, I'm not going to lie. And again, you know, it serves a purpose.
Yes.
We work hard at our mission, which is all about the animals. So I'm not going to spend money on landscaping.
Yes,
and
right.
mow. We
Right.
mow the lawn, we do that. I spray it for fleas and ticks. But otherwise, you know, I mean, we do the best we can with our limited resources. But I wouldn't be any different. Like, I would never leave my roots. I wouldn't change how we do things, you know. So.
Now that we're out in the open, we had a question. Do you have any doxies?
Not right now, we don't, but we do get them in. So send that email to
Yes,
Dogs at the Animal
yes.
Shelter looking to adopt a dachshund. We just adopted out a little female dapple dachshund. Same thing. Didn't
Okay.
make it to the website because we have people looking.
Okay.
So kind of give us. You'll be emailing Brooke when you send it into that dog's address. But kind of give us a little bit about your background. We have 3 kids. We don't have any kids. We're a retired family.
Right.
Whatever you are, so then we can kind of try to match you up
Right.
to the best dog for your situation.
So tell us again, because I think people are curious, how you would get the adoption process started. Emailing?
Very simple. You can come in. Again, we love visitors. We're open every day. We do adoptions every day but Sunday. You can come in. Most dogs do go home the same day. 2-page adoption application and an interview with one of the adoption counselors. We verify really basic things. You know, do you own your home? If not, does your landlord know you're planning to bring a pet home and is it okay with them? And we do require that all the members of the family or the household come in.
Yes.
I don't want any of these dogs going somewhere where they're not welcome.
Right.
I just had a lady the other day. In fact, I was waiting for her to write something nasty about me. Because she came in and wanted to adopt a dog and put on the application that was she and her husband at home. And I said, well, you know, bring your husband back. And she said, well, he doesn't want a dog, but I don't care. I'm getting one anyway. And I was like, well,
That's not
from
gonna
here.
work,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, not from here, you know. And I'm not the dog god, so she can go anywhere. But she can't get one here because the last thing I want is this dog to go into a home where it's not
Yes.
welcome.
Absolutely.
And I want everybody in the family to be on board. So that is a requirement here. Make sure you have a source of income. Owning a pet's not cheap, so you've got to be prepared for that. Again, if there's children in the home, let's make sure that the dog and the children get along. Let's make sure the dog and the other dog get along. So there are things like that, but the process is I try to make it simple. I
Yes.
try not to be invasive. We don't do home visits or anything like that. We do Google Earth your home.
To make sure it's structural, yes.
Make sure it's okay for the animal to go there. Because truly, myself and the rest of the staff, I mean, these are our animals until we feel that there's a good fit
Yeah,
for them to go
right,
elsewhere.
right.
So I lose sleep over for some of these animals. I'm not gonna lie. So but it works. It's been 15 years, thank God, and it works. So.
Somebody asked, is Diamond good with other dogs?
She's not.
Okay,
So
that's
another-
not,
now,
yeah.
Okay, she's picky. Let's just say that. She plays rough, which a lot of other dogs don't like. But we've done a couple meet and greets with her that are successful. She does not like the stimulation of the yard play. When there are too many dogs out here, she's not digging it. She
Okay.
came from a situation where she was with an elderly woman, had got her as a puppy, kept her. She was the only dog in the home. Didn't have a lot of outside socialization or stimulation. So she came here, obviously sensory overload. So her first couple of months here, she was not happy. But now that she gets it, she goes to the nursing home visits. We can ask Brooke better and Angel about what she likes or doesn't like
Yeah,
about the dogs. I know
sure. Right.
absolutely no cats. You know that. I've seen her not like the cats at all.
Aw, there's so many people on here saying thank you so much. Do you accept donations of food?
Absolutely. We
Okay.
take open bags of food.
Okay.
I love people with picky pets because then we get like people are like
You get the scraps.
food. Yeah, and I'm like awesome because somebody in here will like it. So we take treats, we take dog food. It can be open bags. We don't care. And again, with the number of animals that we have, we're using a ton of it. The other thing I started about 6 years ago was a public food bank because some people were coming in surrendering their pets, and one of the reasons they would list is can't afford pet food, and that just broke my heart because
Yeah.
the person loved the animal, and we all get it. Like we've all fallen on hard times, and certainly if they're not a good pet owner, that's one thing. But when you have some of these seniors that are living on $800 a month,
Yeah.
a $40 bag of, you're okay, honey. $40 bag of dog or cat food is a tough thing to get every month. So we have a public food bank, and we utilize that. We've had as many as 60 people in a week.
That's
coming for food
amazing.
bank. Yeah, and so, but you know what? If it's another way that we can help keep the animal in a loving home, that's part of our mission.
Absolutely.
I'm all for it.
All right, Ruth, anything else you want to add?
I think I'm good. If
Yes.
if you want to ask
Come
any
on
other
out.
stuff, yeah, but
Okay.
come out. I mean, we love visitors, so come out and thank you for all the kind words.
Yes.
Seriously, that kind of stuff is so encouraging to the staff because, like I said, this is not an easy place to work. I'm an easy boss, but it's not an easy place to be.
No, I
Be
feel like
encouraging, yeah. When we really do, like when people send in, I was amazed this Christmas, like cookies and chocolate, like for the staff. Like,
Yeah.
and that's awesome because
Aw.
these are real people with hearts, and so it's nice that we're appreciated. So this community has been so supportive. Couldn't do it without you guys.
if say somebody's listening, has a question, hasn't asked it, how can they reach out to you?
Yeah, absolutely. They can email. My email again is real simple. It's ruth@theannishelter.com. Then there's dogs at the Anna Shelter, cats at the Anna Shelter, staff at the Anna Shelter is just a general mailbox. Eric, our cruelty officer, has his own. It's eric@theannashelter.com. So you can get a hold of any of us, and then if one of us gets the email, we forward it off to whomever it should go to. But yeah, call, stop in. I mean, I'm always here. If I'm not, I'm somewhere around that they'll find me. But you can always email me. It's kind of like open door, open book. I mean, if you have questions, we're gonna answer.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ruth.
Thank you.